What up, chat? You guys hear me okay? Check, check, 1, 2. Check it, check it, check it, check it, check it, check it, check it. What? Nectar of the Gods?
Every time I open a Diet Coke, it's just magical.
Carcinogens flowing through your veins.
That's right. Formaldehyde, all that good stuff. I had a regular Coke last night. It was way too sweet. It was nasty.
Yeah,
Can't drink it no more.
I can only do that once in a while. Like if it's like a glass bottle Mexican Coke, I'll take that.
Usually that's the only time I'll drink one.
At a taqueria place,
Yeah,
I'll
oh,
take
heck
that.
yeah,
I'll
heck
take
yeah.
that.
Every time. But for now, this is giving me life right now. But I'm not hungover, unlike my fiance. Don't tell her I told you; she'll kill me. It's just between you, me, and Daniel.
I heard nothing. I see nothing.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna drink for a while, bro. I think she's good.
So that's what does it. Y'all not watch the news? No, DJ's not making his debut tonight. Tomorrow. hear that? He's him. They put one on everyone's seat but mine. All right, I'll take one. I'll take one. Yeah, maybe I'll give it away here. Show starts in 5. I'm feeling good. Check. Welcome in. Sorry, guys. Trying to get a peak level here. Welcome into Clippers Countdown as your 27-31 LA Clippers remain here at Intuit Dome and turn their attention to the 19-42 New Orleans Pelicans. But do not be fooled by their record, as for whatever reason, this team has had the Clippers' number, their social, their real ID, and even their facial recognition password for years. So this is the last team you can look past, especially since the Clippers have lost 3 in a row for the first time since starting 6-21 after another close loss late to Minnesota Thursday night. Here at Intuit Dome, here is Coach Lou talking about the turnovers at inopportune times, specifically the 6 in the fourth quarter. And a 5-6 record in February certainly hurts, but it's a new month and one that will have quite the impact on the standings as the Clippers have 18 games in March, starting with a 5-7, beginning tonight against New Orleans. Welcome to the Clippers version of March Madness. Tip-off from Intuit Dome is just about 61 minutes away. It's the Clippers and Pelicans coming up here in your pregame show. We're going to have Dr. Shap on from the Lob, the Jam, the podcast, I believe. Also, we'll get your player to watch and all the festivities here, including Carlo Jimenez next. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
What's up, chat? What's up, chat? What's up, chat? Are you texting the doctor?
Yeah.
Guys, Adam has an Android, and no one's really sure why. Can we explain? It's time
You just
to
saw Android greatness.
Well, it's time to new segment interview Adam. Adam, why do you have an Android?
Yeah, he messes up the whole group chat.
Thank you.
I'm not a grandma, and I actually need optionality with my phone.
What optionality do you need?
And Android offers a lot more.
What does this do better that is changing your life?
Well, it offers conversations like this where people want to try to call me out for having one.
So you have one. It's a performative thing then.
Hey, can you turn me up or Carlo down?
It's a
Check.
It's performative.
Look at this thing. Every time Carlo talks,
Dude, you need to adjust that. I don't need to adjust my mixer for your mixer.
I can only turn it down. It's all the way down.
Bro, that's your problem. I'm fine over here.
Well, I'm trying to accommodate the audience.
Well, the audience can listen terrestrial, too.
Clippers taking on the Pelicans here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just about 58 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. It is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Coming up in just a little bit. We'll go back in time in Clippers Rewind, and we'll get your player to watch. But first, back on the show, your radio voice of the Clippers, it's Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, how we doing?
Adam, I'm doing good. I tried to FaceTime you earlier, didn't go through. But other than that, I'm having a great day today.
Is that another shot of my Android phone?
No.
No. Why don't you guys get on my level? Why don't you get a Galaxy Samsung or what do I have here? A Pixel 6. A Pixel 6A. I'll tell you that much. I get treated
Pixel 6A and get a couple months off. So,
well, look. You guys are running with that old iPod thing. I'm running with the new stuff over here. The Clippers trying to run with some new stuff. Tomorrow, Darius Garland. Tonight, Kawhi Leonard and John Collins both back. But let's talk about what happened without them, unfortunately, against Minnesota on Thursday. The Clippers in a tight ball game down the stretch once again, Carlo, where they could not pull through and lose 94-88 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. What did you see in the final 3 minutes?
Yeah, I think Anthony Edwards just took over the ball game late in that one. It just felt like the Clippers didn't have places to go offensively without Kawhi Leonard or John Collins, and then a tough game offensively from Benedict Mathurin. And it felt like Anthony Edwards decided to put his foot down. Now, if you look at the advanced analytics, Adam, he's one of the best players in the clutch in the NBA. Ant-Man averages almost 60% from the field in the clutch this season, and he finished with 7 straight points in the clutch. So just super impressive from Anthony Edwards. I think the Clippers were in that game. They fought, they scrapped, they clawed. I was impressed with the way they put their best foot forward. But at the end of the day, sometimes you need those superstars to get you to the finish line, and Minnesota had their superstars available, a fully healthy group.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Clippers team just lacking that firepower. Benedict Mathurin at one point missed 8 straight shots out there. Did have a tough reverse layup late, and the Clippers made it interesting. I did feel like it was Dunn and DJ really trying to step up for them in those closing minutes, specifically Dunn to DJ with some big buckets in the fourth.
Yeah, Derrick Jones Jr. just continues to play well offensively. I believe he had a team-high 18 points in the last game, Adam. And since coming back from injury, he's averaging a career-high 12 a game, still shooting a career-high from the three-point line. So it's been so good to see him just find that rhythm offensively, be able to get in that flow, get downhill, knock down tough shots. Super impressive to watch Derrick Jones Jr. have that kind of offensive output. And then also the Clippers trusting him down the stretch to take those three-point shots, to get downhill, to create contact at the rim. Derrick Jones Jr. came in as a shutdown corner at him, but he is blossoming into an elite two-way player for this Clippers team.
Yeah, this Clippers team has had different guys stepping up out of necessity right now. Unfortunately, the tough shooting has continued from the outside. Talked with Coach Lou about it a little bit. They're still missing their traditional point guard. They get Darius Garland back tomorrow. I do think Chris Dunn has done a more than admirable job being able to hold things down and really expanding his role in the offensive end. But this Clippers team getting up less than 25 threes per game over the last week or so, a little bit alarming. The ball's just not hopping the same way as you would expect with a prototypical point guard out there.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. Chris Dunn's done an excellent job. I believe the Dr. Shap, had this to say in our pre-game press conference with Ty Lue, that Dunn has 53 assists to 15 turnovers over since James Harden got traded away, and he's been in charge of the full-time point guard role. So it's been great to see Chris Dunn kind of flex that muscle. 67 assists in his last 12 games, averaged nearly 6 since January 30th, which is the highest per game average in a 12-game span since he's been a Clipper per Joey Kimball Stats.com. Not a real website, but maybe one day it will be.
Should be. It's going to take over for NBA.com, actually.
Yeah, I'm just going to go on JoeyKimball.com. Maybe we'll short. Well, no, JoeyKimball.com sounds good.
He's got more advanced stats than cleaning the glass.
Screw your garbage time. Nonetheless, I think, Chris Dunn has shown Adam that when Darius Garland comes back, the Clippers have a great second option at that spot as a point guard spot. They can feel like there's a lot of comfort with Chris Dunn running the offense, even though they're not getting the threes they're in so many of these games. I mean, you think about the last couple of contests. If Benedict Mathurin threes goes down against Orlando, the Clippers win that game. If Nico Batum hits that three, and there's, by the way, not a technical that gets eventually rescinded on Benedict Mathurin, maybe the Clippers win that game against the Lakers. They're in it close with Minnesota. They had 4 straight games in which it was a 3-point ball game. So Chris Dunn, while it hasn't led to wins, and yes, the Clippers just dropped their last 3, it's not really on him. The detail, what he has done has helped this team be in those games, and you'd only expect as this Clipper team gets healthier, they'll be able to win some of those games down the stretch.
Yeah, last 3 losses by combined 11 points. The Clippers have been knocking on the door. Hopefully they kick it through tonight with Kawhi and John Collins back. They're taking on the Pelicans here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 53 minutes away. He's Carlo Jimenez. I'm Adam Moslin. More coming up next here on Clippers Countdown on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Jake, can we turn down Carlo in my ear? I mean, it's just super loud. I love the guy, but check 1 2.
Check. Check. Hey.
Y'all getting real comfortable with these demands. It's not please. It's just turn them down.
Got it.
I just asked, can we at least turn Carlo down?
Man.
Maybe you will.
It should sound better now.
Oh! How do I sound to you guys? It sounds good to my ears.
It sounds good. It sounds a little hot and a little loud in my ears.
I don't know how, man. Seriously, I've done nothing different.
Maybe you want to turn yours down?
That might help.
Also turns me down. I got
Oh, sorry.
Here. Keep talking, Carlo.
Check 1 2 check. Hey, how's it going? Clipper Stock with Adam Oslin.
That
This
should
is
be
me,
better.
Carlo.
check 1 2 check.
Is that better?
I think so.
This is better. Can you hear me now? Are you out there? Hey, it's me, Carlo.
Question of the day: which one's your?
Oh.
One of them is wet. One of them is dry. They've got the same amount of liquid in them.
Man.
That's your.
Just take them both. I'm gonna get a new one after this.
So
I don't know. Is it still hot? Here, I can move it away.
Clippers and Pelicans from Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Oslin. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Coming up in just a little bit. We'll go back in time and Clippers Rewind. But first, back over to your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. Well, one of the guys that stepped up late, did what he could as the Clippers were having trouble creating shots out there against Minnesota. I thought Kobe Sanders had some really tough buckets in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, he was great for the Clippers down the stretch, Adam. Just felt like he's getting more and more comfortable on the offensive end, having the ball in his hands, finding a way to get downhill, but also, like you said, make tough shots from the mid-range and playing within his own game. One of the things the coaching staff talks about is how important it is to have a player know exactly who they are and who they are not. And Kobe Sanders knows exactly who he is and who he is not. And that's been leading to some excellent offensive games for Kobe Sanders. You just feel like he's really feeling comfortable on that end of the ball. And the Clippers have had to go deep into their bench unit at times, especially when you're missing guys like Kawhi Leonard and John Collins. And I thought for the most part, Adam, the bench gave him a good lift in that game.
Mentioned a little bit, but Benedict Mathurin obviously was struggling after that first quarter. Did get a big bucket late, but in between there, missed 8 straight shots. Yeah. He's 23 years of age. He's going through the growing pains. It was his first start in the Clippers uniform. A lot of pressure on him. And obviously Minnesota has a great defense out there. It is a teaching, learning, correctable moment for Benedict Mathurin because it won't be the last time they're relying on him for a big scoring output.
And, you know, you had a great episode on Clippers Talk about Jeff Van Gundy kind of talking about how hard guys are on themselves throughout the season. But I thought what JVG spoke about yesterday at practice really spoke to Benedict Mathurin. And JVG was saying, you know, guys are so hard on themselves. They expect to be perfect in every sense of the way. And he tries to bring in that wisdom, saying, if you're a 38% three-point shooter, that means you're going to miss 62 threes. That's a lot of shots you're going to miss. And it felt like Benedict Mathurin maybe missed a couple early at him, and then through his body language, you could tell it was weighing on him throughout the contest. And hopefully he comes in, even if he misses the first couple of shots today, continues to have that great body language he had in the first 5 games with the Clippers, in which he was averaging 22 points. But 4 for 14, not up to his standard. I'm sure he'll have a lot more room to operate today with Kawhi and John Collins back on the offensive end, which should help a lot. But also, it's in between the ears for Benedict Mathurin. He's got to be able to find a way to get through those first couple of misses, and I'm sure he will as he continues to adjust to these Clipper teams.
A positive, even during this losing streak, is the Clippers have been getting to the free throw line. They have remained aggressive out there, went 23 of 29 against Minnesota. And Yannick Conan Niederhauser was looking for a body every time he got within 6 feet of the rim. Ended up with 10 points, but 6 of 6 at the charity stripe.
He's just so under control, Adam. But like you said, when he gets in that blue painted area, he's in dunking range almost because his arms are so long. He can jump so high. He's had a couple of posters in which he's missed off the front rim, missed off the back rim, but he's still trying to calibrate exactly how to get it over the top of other 7-footers in the NBA. I just think the poise of him has been great. The activity's been great, and he's clearly learning throughout these couple of games, Adam. I mean, he's played almost, 40 games this season for the Clippers, and you can notice a distinct difference between game 1 and now towards the back end of the season, how much more comfortable he is, learning from somebody like Brook Lopez and Ivica Zubac to start the season. He hasn't been in foul trouble as much. There was that stretch to start the year where it felt like he was in foul trouble every time he got on the hardwood. And the Clippers really play a lot faster on offense, and they're a much more aggressive team in transition with somebody like Yannick Koda-Niederhauser because he can run the lane on both ends of the floor. He's had numerous chase down blocks and numerous transition offensive opportunities for this Clipper team.
Yeah, Coach Lou mentioned pregame. He thinks Darius Garland will be a nice match for him because of the way they can push the ball. Jordan Miller has also been very solid over the last week with his scoring and finding his touch around the rim. He had a layup going right, wasn't just going left last time out against Minnesota. Ended up with 10 points, 5 of 7 shooting, another high-efficiency performance. But the confidence looks to be back after maybe going through a little bit of a lull this year.
100%. He is still continuing to score really since the start of the new year, Adam. It feels like Jordan Miller has just been a consistent 10-plus points off the bench for this Clippers team. Clippers got great production from their bench in their last game, 46 of their 88 points coming off the bench, thanks to JoeyKimballStats.com. But I think overall, Adam, if the Clippers want to continue to battle, they have to do it with their depth. This is a different team. They have the top-level talent in Kawhi, Collins. They can be excellent on the offensive end. But the Clippers are going to need 40-plus points from that bench unit. And this is a group that plays together. As Cam Christie told us, when one of the young guys score, we all score. There's the real continuity between that group. And so for guys like Christie, like Miller, like Sanders, to be involved and active on the offensive end, I think it just gives a boost to everyone. Even Yannick is a part of that young group and really helps that group who's, by the way, here more than anybody else, as Ty Lue talks about. The young guys are in the building on the off days. They're going to optional shoot around on the road, where Jeff Van Gundy's going through defensive concepts here in the building before games. They get here early. So, I mean, this is a group that's really knows their scheme maybe better than anybody because it's just constantly being hammered into their heads. And so they're executing it well on the offensive and defensive end.
I heard one of those defensive concepts was put on a shirt one time, actually. Clippers taking on the Pelicans.
What did it say? What did the shirt say?
Here at Intuit Dome. We got to take a break here, Carlo.
What did it say?
Tip-off is just about 45 minutes away. I'm Adam Moslin. Coming up next, we're going back in time and Clippers Rewind while we're still on the air. Thank you, FCC. I'm Adam Moslin, and he's the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Kawhi is back, Edward.
All right. Interview time with Adam, part 2. Welcome back, everybody, to our interview series. What?
Apparently saying I got him going. My prediction is 11-7.
In the month?
In the month.
Okay.
This guy came in, he's like 15-3. And I'm like, he's a Kawhi stan. I get it. He said, you don't value the defense of the team, neither do you value Kawhi as a game. It's like 15-3 at worst, 14-4. Hey, I hope you're right, man.
I hope he's right. I
don't know if you knew this, but they got multiple 5-7s. It's not going to be easy.
We are 2-8 on the second night of a back-to-back. So
and they're implementing Darius Garland.
Yeah. That's all right, though. Hey, you got to get hot sometime.
11-7 would be great in this month.
Law put in his article, you got to go 500 to have a chance at 500. So we'll see. We'll see. How far are we going back today?
Not that far. I think 2017.
Noah's doing our game tomorrow.
Is he?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I was up there.
He's coming down here later this month. He's doing Portland.
Let's go.
Yeah. We're going to put him on air. Make him work.
I'm down.
All right, Joey. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks.
Should take the nearest emergency stairwell down to the main level. Elevators and escalators will not be in use. We ask all fans to exit into a
1953.
Emergency exit stairwells are located in each of the 4 quadrants of the building. If you need mobility or wheelchair assistance, please notify.
Clippers taking on the Pelicans here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 43 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Moslin. It is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers, coming up in just a little bit here. We'll get your player to watch, but first, I'm going back in time, and Clippers rewind to January 28th of 2018, so just about 8 years ago. Maze Runner, The Death Cure, was at the top of the box office. Havana by Camila Cabello was everywhere on the radio, everywhere. And the Clippers, they were in New Orleans, taking on the Pels.
If you need to report an emergency, contact the nearest emergency number or simply use the app. Again, your safety is our #1 priority. We appreciate your awareness of
Blake Griffin's final shot as a Clipper, a big one, the dagger. He had 27, 12, and 7 assists in that victory in New Orleans over the Pelicans, and that big three-pointer was traded the next day to Detroit, still an all-time fan favorite, helped put them on the map during the Lab City days with this Clippers organization. Clippers taking on the Pelicans tonight here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 41 minutes away. Coming up in just a bit, I'll have your injury report, and Dr. Shap will be here. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. This has got to be the most ironic lack of self-awareness I've ever seen. Have some self-awareness, this poor screw.
That's Big Lou.
Where is he?
Over
Oh,
there
I see
standing
him.
up.
The truth is, I don't think it's a must-win game because the highest the Clippers can probably get to is the 7th spot. The lowest is the 10th spot. It's a game they should get. I'm going to put it like that. But the idea of them getting the 6th spot guys, I think that's a little bit of a long shot. Clippers taking on the Pelicans here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 38 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. It is Clippers Countdown. Coming up, we got Dr. Shap joining us from the Lab, the Jam, the podcast, and we will get to your injury report. But first, about to show Carlo what time it is. He went with Benedict Mathurin last time out with his player to watch, and unfortunately, who just 4-14 with 14 points, struggling from the field. I'm going with Benedict Mathurin tonight in the bounce-back game, taking on the Pelicans here at Intuit Dome. I think Benedict is going to step up. I think he's going to be more comfortable out there, not having to be the #1 option and focal point like he was with no Kawhi, with no John Collins. Both of them are returning tonight. I see a more efficient game and a guy who can just, slowly ease himself into it without him trying to take every shot out there, as he once missed 8 straight after that first quarter against Minnesota on Thursday. Benedict Mathurin is still a young player in this league, trying to find his way, but the potential obviously is very high. Coming up next, we'll get to your injury report. And then Dr. Shap from the Lob, the Jam, the podcast. I'm Adam Osland, and this is Clippers Countdown right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. I know the comment wasn't for me, but you saying pessimism is such a drag on others, STFU, if you have nothing positive to contribute. First of all, telling everyone to shut the F up if you have nothing positive to contribute, that would be seen like a negative comment. So it's a self-refuting statement. The lack of self-awareness is astounding. I'm sorry, sports guru. That, you often are a pessimist in here. How do you not realize that? And the exact comment you made is negative. Even your positive comment sounds negative. Come on, man. I'll get Dr. Shap's player to watch. Dr. Shap, the Lob the Jam, the podcast, joining us here in about 2 minutes.
Are there rules for player to watch? Like not certain guys or like not the best players? No Kawhi?
No Kawhi.
That makes sense.
I mean, I take him every once in a while, just keep people in check.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
During the game, enjoy live performances and on-court recognition, honoring Hispanic culture and community. Get your tickets today at clippers.com/tickets. Get your tickets and go for the easy
Tomorrow's game.
schedule your seats for Clippers versus Bucks on March 23rd. You're arrive early for a chance to score a Clippers bucket hat. Presented by Kaiser Permanente. Get your tickets today at clippers.com/tickets.
Clippers taking on the Pelicans here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back. I'm Adam Oslin. Tip-off 35 minutes away. Coming up in our Media Roundtable segment, special guest joining us, Dr. Shap from the Lob, the Jam, the podcast, and the 213 Hoops Empire, who I am a part of with Clips and Dip. But first, let's get to your injury report. Still no Darius Garland for the Clippers. Looks like he'll be available tomorrow against the Golden State Warriors up in San Francisco, but Kawhi Leonard returns, and John Collins is back. For the Pelicans, no Zion Williamson, tweaked his ankle yesterday in that game against Utah. Tip-off, just about 34 minutes away. Clippers, Pels from Intuit Dome. Up next, Dr. Shap from the Lob, the Jam, the podcast. I'm Adam Oslin, and this is the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. So, Dr. Shap,
So
how positive are you? What's your record for? I already gave my record out, so I'll say mine after. What's your record for them in the month of March? 18 games.
Oh, 18 games, right? I don't think the schedule is. I have to look at it again, but I don't think it's. I have to take a peek at the schedule.
Team-wise, it's not that tough.
Yeah, I don't think it's
But
that tough. It's a
they
lot
got
of games. Right?
Multiple 5 and 7.
It's a lot of games.
starting tonight.
I have to kind of see like what the 5th and 4th are as far as like those being schedule losses, or if they can, get it out. Hopefully they give some guys some rest because they're going to be totally healthy. So I think you can beat some of these bad teams with I would love to see Yannick start next to Garland. That's something I've been hoping could maybe happen.
Luke kind of mentioned it to your question.
He did. So
he likes how they would work.
I think that we really should maximize those Yannick and Garland minutes, even if we stagger. I'm curious how the minute restriction will be, how much he'll overlap with Yannick. Because
as long as he stays out of foul trouble, he's fine.
Say Clippers.
That's kind of asking a lot, but
it is asking a lot.
He's been better in that area.
He has been.
All right, sports guru, I agree with you. I have them at 11-7 this month.
Let's see.
15 and 11 and 7 crazy?
15 and 3.
You got him at 15.
No,
you heard that? You heard that? That guy on Twitter.
If they do.
He doesn't know I'm the receipt master, and I already bookmarked that.
Let's see. The Warriors aren't going to have Steph tomorrow.
Clippers are going to have Garland.
Clippers are going to have Garland. The San Antonio one's a likely loss.
Yeah. It's just the congestion that worries me. And if they can, I don't expect Garland to play back-to-backs right away, probably.
No.
So Kawhi might miss one.
Man, this is a great schedule.
Clippers taking on the Pelicans tonight here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just about 32 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. It is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Joining in the show right now in our media roundtable segment from the Lob, the Jam, the podcast, the leader of the pod and the squad with the 213 Hoops Empire, it is Dr. a real one. Dr. Shap is joining us here. Follow him at the Lob, the Jam, the pod. Dr. Shap, thanks for doing this.
How's it going, Adam?
I'm good. You know, another day, another Clippers game. We're going to be saying that a lot coming up with this schedule where they got 18 games in the next 31 days. Before we get to that, I do want to go back to what happened on Thursday night in their close loss by 6 at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I said post game, you know, that's not a bad loss to me considering who was out and who they were going up against. Ant was the best player on the floor, obviously. He turned things up when he needed to, hit that crazy three in the far side corner over a double team, and the Clippers didn't have firepower or continuity out there. How did you see that game?
Yeah, I heard you, Adam. I think that the Wolves were kind of taking it a little easy, you know, kind of knowing who they were playing against, that they could maybe turn it up. I thought the Clippers were really admirable. I thought I thought Dunn and DJ were particularly quite good, especially in that third quarter after that whole, scrap happened and the Clippers turned it on and got a lead. I thought they played as well as they could. You know, could there have been some more shots and could there have been some more, there was barely any offense really created at all in the fourth quarter. So it's really difficult for me to be like, oh, well, there were some shots that were kind of left on the. Not really. I mean, they were not generating great looks. They were having a problem even inbounding. So the Clippers didn't particularly have a chance. It really was close once that crazy three was made by Edwards. But, he's a superstar, and the Clippers didn't even have a star on the floor. So kind of live with that.
What have you made of your guy, Chris Dunn, in more of a starring role right now because he's had to be the point guard since they moved James Harden and we're waiting for Darius Garland, assuming he's playing tomorrow against the Golden State Warriors. But we both asked Coach Lou questions relating to Chris Dunn pregame. Yours was more assumed because that's your guy in Chris Dunn. But what have you made of his play and just having that expanded role offensively?
Yeah, my guys are the guys that win for the Clippers. And Chris Dunn wins for the Clippers. I mentioned that 52 to 15 assist to turnover ratio to tie. That's very impressive. I think there's this idea that Chris Dunn is the one that turns the ball over. He has the best assist to turnover ratio from the Clippers, even including James Harden, for like multiple years. The problem with Dunn, of course, that we know is there's no offensive gravity. There's no two on the ball. There's no real screen, great screening and then kind of getting 2-on-1 downhill stuff. He'll try, but guys are going to give him a ton of space. So you're not really generating offense with him, but he's been good holding the ball and keeping, if the Clippers got turnovers, these would be blowouts. And Dunn has been really good at kind of keeping the ball safe. He's, of course, defending the guy. He needs a pay raise. It's crazy how much he's doing. But I think Dunn has been doing what he can, but he's an off-ball guy. He's like an off-ball connector, and Ty knows that, and everybody on the team knows that. So this is a stressful kind of environment for him. But the question I asked Ty and the curiosity I have is who's going to start next to Garland? And who do they want?
Really, though, I mean, you're piggybacking off my question like from a month ago.
Well, yeah, I was. I heard your question, and I was like, okay, this is enough of a different question that I can ask this question. But correct, you have asked this question.
Great minds, kids.
Great minds. I am curious on like what Ty has seen in this interim period because you've seen Dunn with the connection, with the ball protection and the defense. You've seen DJ really flash some offense, really great DHO handoff stuff that they used to run. They'd run for guys like Miller. They used to run for Norm.
Curling left.
Yeah, curling left,
That's
going to a
DJ.
strong hand, finishing in traffic and ones. And they're giving him some more of those looks. And if they're going to give DJ some offensive plays that aren't just, diving to the rim for an alley-oop, then that's really helpful for the offense and the congestion in the offense. But he can't handle the ball. We've seen him get hurt handling the ball. So, and then there's Mathurin, who, you would love to see him reach that ceiling and maybe start. But is he going to get there? Is he going to just be a microwave guy? It's a really interesting question for the Clippers and who they want to go with. And I think they'll start with Dunn just because Dunn's earned it. but there's real arguments for DJ. There's even arguments for Mathurin. So
Yeah, it seems like Coach Lou really values not just, I don't want to say he's unstatable, but there is a level of intensity that Chris Dunn brings to start off games. I used to always say this for Patrick Beverly. He's a reminder of how you need to play on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And Chris Dunn has a lot of that. Not that DJ doesn't, but if Coach Lou is, pairing that with he still would like another ball handler out there next to Darius Garland when he first comes back at least, and he's likely going to be on a minutes restriction.
Yeah.
I could see him getting the nod at least.
And I do want to say I do love Derrick Jones Jr.'s defense. I think the screen navigation stuff is something that Dunn is better at, and particularly if you saw the stats for Zoo and DJ to start the year as a tandem, their points per possession was not good defensively. And the synergy between those two on defense was not as good as it was eventually with Dunn and Zoo. So that was a small sample size, but I do think that there is a little bit like Jeff Van Gundy mentioned, there's a real tenacity that Dunn brings when he plays out there that is a real floor raiser defensively. That while I think DJ does some of that, I think the team corrals behind Dunn a little bit more so on that end.
If you don't like Chris Dunn, you're the okay. Let's talk about Kawhi Leonard being back tonight. He's obviously looked like maybe the best player in the game the last couple of months. You could separate him between a few other guys, obviously, but we're Clippers fans here, and he's been that special. Going into this season, what were you expecting out of Kawhi? Because he did get the healthy offseason that I think the national media hasn't really picked up on when they're asking, how is he doing this? Like, well, first healthy offseason since 2020, and you know all about that.
You were completely correct. I think that's entirely been the X factor with Kawhi, that he did not need to recover from a surgery over the offseason or some injury. He played through the playoffs as if he still was just going through his emotions, and he didn't get hurt, no setbacks, I think that's the reason he's playing so well. He just got into a rhythm. Whereas last year against the Nuggets, I think Kawhi kind of didn't have his sea legs under him. He couldn't have the offensive appetite that we saw in Game 2, and it's a big reason the Clippers lost. So I think if we had this Kawhi in that series, man, I think it's done before 7.
Yeah.
And going the other way. So
he has more games like Game 2.
Yeah, he has more games exactly. I think he has more games like Game 2. He has his legs under him. He has that appetite, which has been great. The three-point shot, the 3-point attempts, it's really diversified as far as everywhere. You have to pay attention to Kawhi everywhere, and I'll give him some more lanes because he doesn't have the burst that he used to have, but he has the wit as far as how to get his offense.
Yeah, and it seems like because guys know he's going for more three-pointers now, he's able to get by them a little bit easier because they're closing out harder, even though he doesn't have the burst. Like it's only helped. He talked about, I might have some games where I go 0 of 12 from the outside because it's a work in progress. Well, he hasn't taken much of a step back at all since adding this to his game.
Totally agree. And I think I've heard some of your post games with some callers saying Kawhi's taking too many threes. Maybe he should work on his midi. Well, the reason Kawhi can get to the free throw line, the reason Kawhi has space to get closer to the rim is because players have to respect the fact that he can put it up wherever he is. The pull-up shots. He's been curling like he's Paul George and getting shots like off of pin downs. Like the amount that Kawhi Leonard has worked and improved his game, his efficiency, his handle, really does not get appreciated enough. As long as he's on the court, you have a guy that can get to his spot whenever he wants. Knows he loves to get to that right midi like he did against the Rockets, and he's made multiple game winners for the Clippers from that area.
Yeah, confidence is off the charts right now. Excited to watch him again tonight. Same with John Collins. Obviously a very scary injury against the Lakers. He's missed over a week of time, and he was also playing his best basketball of the season. And really, if you go off some of the numbers, it's maybe the best stretch of his young career.
I think John Collins, a lot of people like to talk about his three-point shooting, and it definitely has helped everything. But he's been so much more sound on his defensive rotations. He's been so good in the post. That was mentioned today in the pregame presser. Just the ability to dump it to him and him to have a turnaround from the post from like 15 feet out and hit that confidently. His ability to kind of seal on smaller guys, something that we saw a guy like Aaron Gordon do a lot in the playoffs against the Clippers. Now we have a guy that can bully somebody on the break, leak out, seal, and score. And I've been really impressed with Collins. I was high on Collins coming in. Then he had a little bit of a transition period as a starter because he didn't expect to have it. His shot was bad. But he's been a shooter aside from a mangled hand. He's been a pretty consistent three-point shooter. And he's a really versatile player. I can't imagine they let him go this summer. Maybe they do, but that's exactly the guy we've been wanting for so long. Yeah.
Yeah, Clipper Nation's been clamoring for a guy like him. I said this the other day on Clips and Dip, but I feel like if they could find a way to get him and Benedict Mathurin to combine for about $40 million annually, that would be good business for the Clippers. Do you think that's at all realistic?
It's tough because Collins is making 25 now, and you would imagine he would at least get 20 with this sort of play. Now, who's going to give him 20? Who has a starting job for John Collins as good as he's played? Probably not that many playoff teams. So maybe you can get away with 20. I think Mathurin having a cap at 20, I definitely think he'll fight for more. I definitely think he'll fight for more.
That answers the question. Have you liked his fight so far in a Clippers uniform?
Yeah.
Because all that talk about, well, he's not playing enough defense in Indiana. He's not doing the little things. A lot of the advanced numbers didn't look great. Initially, his shot wasn't falling, and it was him providing a little bit of defense and getting – I mean, he had 3 straight games with 3 steals. He was doing the little things, and then the shot came around, obviously, where he had 38.
3 steals, his career high. He got repeatedly. I do think it changes. You do worry a little bit, guy, on the last deal of his rookie deal in a new team where everyone doubted him. Is he giving you his all right now? And that maybe tapers off. For me, I mean, I think with Ben, when the ball's been in front of him, I've had no problem. I think he's gone over screens. He's fought really hard. I think he respects having hard assignments, which I really appreciate, which to me, again, makes me curious about him as a starter. If that does eventually happen now, it's much easier giving him a bunch of players that don't need the ball in his hands offensively because he's a hard shot taker. Is he a hard shot maker?
He needs to be more consistent with it.
He needs to be more because in order to take a bunch of 21 footers, you got to make them at a decent clip. Now he can get to the free throw line, so that usually will give you a little bit of leeway. But his tough shot taking might need a little bit of a cap now that Darius Garland is going to come back, and you have 2 of the 3 guys on the floor probably at all times.
What are your feelings about Darius Garland fitting in with this Clippers team? How that changes their offense, his strengths, his weaknesses, just that move overall?
I am so excited for Darius Garland. He is so jittery. I mean, I think Ty Lue mentioned the last time he had a young guard was Kyrie, and I don't think Garland is quite Kyrie, but his creativity on the ball is something the Clippers haven't seen for a while, since maybe Jamal Crawford, just because he is so shifty and tricky with his ball handling. I mean, obviously James Harden was a great ball handler, but he was more of a downhill guy, get to the rim, not as much of a cooker in the mid-range, a cooker from getting to his jump shot, his pull-up jumper. I think Garland's speed and shiftiness and I really hope his chemistry with Giannis. Because if you see stuff pop with him and Giannis and you're thinking about this summer what to do, I think Giannis and Garland could have a great partnership for many years to come. And that's really a guy that you really want to see play with him. Giannis is not getting his fair share right now because honestly, he does not have a guy going downhill with eyes for him at the rim. When you have that guy in your Giannis, it's going to get those hard. He's trying to posterize everybody. Get him some easy looks at the rim. That'll help his confidence too. And I think Garland can get that done.
So it sounds like you're dangerously high on Giannis.
I mean, you were
as a doctor. I mean, I guess you know the exact dosage to use there.
You were on the pod in the summer. Like when I saw Giannis in summer league and saw his ability to dribble and process.
That dunk in the Lakers game where he took it from half court.
That dunk in the Lakers game, his ability to kind of read plays. Even in pregame right now, he was doing some dribble moves from the perimeter. He reacts like a guard, and I think that's really important for a big in order to process. Like you're able to see the court the next pass a little bit easier, and you have more confidence in what you can do in that middle game. And his jumper looks great. I mean, there's so many tools that he has that I tend to think that he could be a real starter. Is it too quick to say that? Maybe, but who cares, man? He looks great.
What about some of the other young guys? Jordan Miller this season. He was going through a bit of a lull, but he's been much more solid the past few games. And Kobe Sanders hit some really tough shots late against Minnesota.
Yeah, I think Kobe has become a really good kind of grenade handler.
Yeah.
I think Kobe knows his spots on the floor. He's really confident in his mid-range game. He's always been, even in college, he was confident in it. So he's a really good kind of ceiling last starter, some sort of guy. If you need him in a pinch, he competes on defense. I think Miller has slowed down. The game has just slowed down for him. He knows how to get to his left. He's really shifty. I don't think he's a guy that's going to have the gravity of like a guy like Garland or somebody, a perimeter guy like that. But he can absolutely be a guy to manufacture stuff. And he's been really frisky on defense, active hands. He's been part of some big runs defensively, and he's got the body like of an NBA wing to kind of really complement as like a sort of helper type of player, helper type of like deflector and getting steals. And I've been really encouraged by Jordan after, honestly, this time a year ago, after being also quite high on him, he kind of got hit with a rookie wall, sort of a hit. And now that he's got his pacing to him and kind of knows how to get to where he needs to go, I think he's a really, really exciting player. I think he can help this team for hopefully years to come too.
Final question. Clippers taking on the Pels, obviously, tonight. My player to watch, Benedict Mathurin. Want to see how he bounces back, just easing his way in, not being the focal point on offense like he was Thursday night. Can't pick Kawhi, but who's your player to watch, or who should I say is going to medal for you tonight?
It's tough, it's between one of Derek Jones Jr. and Dunn. I think I'll go with DJ. I think DJ has been really impressive. I think he's really shown a kind of versatility to his offense in these games without all the stars on the floor. And I think he's going to have a good game today. So I'm going to go with Derek Jones Jr.
Clippers and Pelicans here at Intuit Dome as the Clippers have taken the court for warm-ups. Tip-off 16 minutes away. He's Dr. Shap from 213 Hoops. Follow him at the Lob, the Jam, the Pod. Doctor, good talking with you.
Thank you, Adam. Thanks, as always.
Next, your drive around the league. I'm Adam Osland, and this is Clippers Countdown right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Quick question for the chat. How do we feel about Adam and his tight fade? Did you get cut again today?
No. Why does it look like that?
It just looks clean, yeah.
I don't know. Better hair day? Worse hair day?
Here we go.
Big Brother Jake hair day?
Wow.
He wasn't here Thursday.
Wow. Do you hear that? You hear that? Oh my gosh.
No, that was a compliment. Make sure to say what's up to Dr. Shap, y'all.
Dr. Shap, dude, I love him.
Look at Adam telling people what to do now.
What do you mean?
Making people say hi to people.
Who did I make say hi to anybody?
Just said it.
Huh? What did I say? What?
Attention fans, sports life would like you to enjoy the game and celebrate responsibly by planning a safe ride home. That is for the designated driver, rideshare, public transit.
Clippers and Pelicans tipping off just about 14 minutes from now. I'm Adam Osland. It is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Coming up in just moments. Back to Carlo Jimenez. But first, your drive around the league. Pistons would win earlier in Orlando, 106-92. Cade Cunningham with 29, 7, and 11 assists for the team with the best record in the NBA at 45-14. It was the Pacers losing to the Grizzlies, 125-106. Kind of hoping they were going to win. Clippers taking them on Wednesday. Nuggets would fall at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves, 117-108, and had 21 and 6 assists in the win. Nikola Jokic, 35, 13, and 9. In defeat. Knicks over the Spurs before that, 114-89, stopping the Spurs winning streak. Mikal Bridges was 25 and 5 steals. Victor Wembanyama 25, 13 and 4 blocks in defeat. Clippers taking on the Pels here at Intuit Dome. Tip off 13 minutes away. I'm Adam Moslin. Coming up next, back to Carlo Jimenez right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Adam, I have to leave right after because I have an event. You'll see me with Darius in the swell.
Like he's trying to get out of being with you.
No,
It's all right, man.
I have an event, man.
Hey, Adam, as soon as the game over, I'm packing up. So I don't know. Good luck.
It feels like that sometimes.
Wow.
You might want to leave in the third quarter to make it to Burbank.
Oh, wow.
Burbank.
I could leave you a Comrex, and you could be all by yourself up here.
Guys, come on. It's March.
He should.
The month of
Jake
love.
isn't allowed in Burbank.
I got a pass. I can get in anytime I want.
You lost your Burbank privileges.
Who did you? I'm welcome everywhere. I don't need a check-in anywhere.
No shirt, no shoes, no Jake, no servers.
I walk in however I want to walk in.
Hey, roll out the red carpet.
No, I don't even need that. I got a key card.
I am the red carpet.
I got a key card. Like Chick-fil-A, huh?
We're getting Chick-fil-A tonight.
I like that. I like that call.
It's my fast food restaurant to watch. Clippers and Pelicans here at Intuit Dome. Tip off just about 12 minutes away. I'm Adam Moslin. It is Clippers Countdown. Coming up, your keys to victory. But first, back over to Carlo Jimenez. All right, Carlo, this Pelicans team had been playing a little bit better, but now they got injuries. They're limping into Intuit Dome tonight a little bit.
Yeah, no Zion Williamson in this one, so they'll be struggling without him, Adam, even though they have been playing better as of late, but have struggled to find a consistent starting five to run on the offensive end. DeAndre Jordan has actually got the last 4 starts for the New Orleans Pelicans. He had played all but 2 games, Adam, in October, and then 5 games ago, they decided, we're going to start DeAndre. They're 4-0 in his 4 starts. He's actually played really well for this New Orleans team. So interesting to see who they roll out today. Trey Murphy is back after missing the last 5 games with a shoulder injury. Interested to see how he can perform today. But New Orleans, there's no incentive for this group to lose. They're kind of in a similar spot to the Clippers. They don't own this year's draft pick. So I think at the early parts of the season, maybe they were trying to find a way to get some picks back. That didn't happen. And now the message has been, hey, we got to win some games. Why not?
And the reason they don't own their pick is because they got Derek Queen. They traded up last offseason to get him. What have you seen from the rookie this season?
He's been good, Adam. Second among all rookies in assists behind VJ Edgecombe. I mean, that's really impressive when you consider his size. He's first among all rookies in rebounds. So he has had an excellent offensive game. It's really the defensive side of the ball where sometimes there's a little bit of a struggle for a guy like Derek Queen. When he's out there with DeAndre Jordan, with Zion Williamson, their defense is 10 points worse than when it's Zion and maybe somebody like Sadiq Bey or DeJounte Murray playing more of that power forward spot. So Derek Queen offensively has been fantastic. He was here at Intuit Dome not too long ago, won a Rising Stars Challenge against his teammate Jeremiah Fears. We'll see if he has that same success here today against this Clippers defense.
We know last time Kawhi was taking on the Pelicans here at Intuit Dome, he came through with the game winner on Halloween. A dramatic moment here, one of the best so far, just the second season here at the Dome. Carlo, Kawhi is back tonight. What do you expect out of the Claw?
Buckets.
There we go. Anything else?
Nope.
I mean, He's like third in steals right now, or
You're
tied
right.
for it.
You're right. Probably some steals. We'll probably have some steals. I think, the Clippers lean on Kawhi Leonard probably a lot more than people think they do, Adam. When you look at percentage of a team's points in a game's a player plays in. So essentially, when he's playing, what percentage of the points does he score? Kawhi's fourth in the NBA at 25%. He scores a fourth of the Clipper points when he plays. Now he's averaging 30 a game. The Clippers averaging about 112 a night. So it kind of comes down to that when you break down the numbers. But I think just really impressive to see him back out on the floor. Obviously, somebody who's been more aggressive on the offensive end. He led the NBA in total points in February. He was awesome on that side of the ball. But I think more or less, Adam, you're going to see comfort from everybody else. When Kawhi's not out there, everyone has to play a different role because the offense is so centered around what Kawhi does and when he's double teamed, finding a ways to attack off those double teams. I know that's something you talked about in Clippers Talk a couple of nights ago, but that really is how the Clippers run their offense. They're waiting for the double team to find some space on that end. And so can Kawhi find a way to create all that attention? And then the Clippers really have to find a way to find success from all that attention.
Now, obviously, Kawhi Leonard is off limits when it comes to player to watch. I took Benedict Mathurin to bounce back after you took him last time out.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Shap ended up with Derek Jones Jr. Who's your player to watch tonight here, Carlo?
John Collins, I think, obviously missed the last couple of games, the head laceration. He's good to go after 9 days off, I should say. But I think John Collins, Adam, he's really the X factor for this Clippers offense. When he's aggressive, that leads to a lot of success. Ty Lue talking pregame about how well he does in the mid-range post-ups and how that's opened up their offense. Another thing they can go to. He can pass. It kind of slows things down. And he's such a good post-up scorer from about 13 to 17 feet on the baseline. But I'm just waiting at him. I mean, the note on my board just keeps going up, but 27 games now, 63% from the field. and it's been like 3 months where it's like, well, is he ever going to cool off? And knock on wood, it really hasn't happened. I would expect him to continue to have a great offensive performance today. My question is, big bro, Joey Kimball, who you guys got?
You going to hand him your microphone? Or
Joey's going Jordan Miller, and big bro's going the big man, rookie monster.
All right. I like it. Clippers taking on the Pelicans. Tip-off 6 minutes away. I'm not even going to hate for once.
Wow.
Coming up next,
Mark
we'll
down
get to
the
your
day.
keys to victory. I'm Adam Osland, and maybe I'll adjust my player to watch. Coming up next here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. You know what I miss without David Bartley?
That's truly an easy fix.
I'm looking for a plug. Joey, would you mind plugging this in underneath you here? I know it's.
Get it
Sorry.
together.
I'll start bringing my own surge protector.
This guy, huh? He goes national radio. He goes Hollywood.
No.
Where's my plug?
Only obligated to plug in your microphone. Everything else is a bonus.
What's going on?
And I'll make sure Bartley comes in.
Shoes.
I'm not gonna sign my
What's going
contract
on?
next year.
No.
No, Adam messed it up for you,
Bro,
man.
come on now. Let's be serious. Let's be real.
That'll be a first.
You love us.
I love Carlo.
Wow.
Joey's cool.
I love Carlo. Joey's cool. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. F you.
I came today, so that says something.
It does. That you like money.
Big of you.
Well, I got a wedding to plan.
Ooh.
I hope I get invited.
We'll see.
Open
The
up your
fact-
heart.
the
Let
fact
that
that
hate
you-
out.
The fact you even had to ask, that hurts my heart. And to think, like, Vicky actually likes you, which I need to double check
Who
her.
doesn't?
Me?
If you don't like Adam, you're the a-hole.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know if Jeff would say that.
I don't know about that.
I like you.
Clippers taking on the Pelicans here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 3 minutes away with Carlo Jimenez. Let's get to your keys to victory. Well, obviously the Clippers were their own worst enemy down the stretch in that ball game with 6 turnovers Thursday night in the fourth quarter against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 19 overall. They have to be better taking care of the basketball. It will certainly help having their number one scoring option out there and a guy who can bring it up the floor himself in Kawhi Leonard. Tonight, returning along with John Collins, Darius Garland back tomorrow against the Golden State Warriors, it looks like. But business at hand tonight here at Intuit Dome. Clippers and Pelicans tip-off coming up next with Carlo Jimenez right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.